The top 5 Halloween vehicles in GTA Online. Now I'm going to be ranking 5 of the Halloween vehicles in the game. I'm going to stick with the ones that were released by Halloween. There are some more like the monster truck that can be on this list, but for this I'm just sticking with the Halloween themed vehicles. If you want to give me your opinion on this list and even add some more of your vehicles, I might make another video on this, like a community top 5. So leave your comment if you want me to check it out, and I will, but let's start with number 5. So the first two are going to be the special Halloween vehicles Rockstar added in 2015. Now these are pretty basic, but they are Halloween themed 100%. Intended by Rockstar. So number 5 is the Albany Lurcher. The Lurcher is a muscle car that can hold up to 2 players but has 4 doors. This is very similar to the Romeo hearse, but this one comes with a special Halloween surprise themed livery. This car was always hard to find in the game. It was one of the rare cars that everyone used to try. Couldn't even put it in your garage. You had to find it and then drive it around, and then you would lose it after you switched sessions. But now they have released it a few years ago, and it's been available ever since. You used to be able to find it right next to the church in GTA Online until Rockstar added it in the 2015 Halloween Surprise Update, only available on Halloween until a few years later where they put it on the website for good. Now you could buy it for $650,000 in GTA Online. Number 4 is the Franken Stange. This is a hot rod muscle car that can fit up to 4 players. This was also added in the 2015 Halloween Surprise Update. This comes a little cheaper at $550,000 in the game. This is a very cool looking car, perfect for Halloween. The customization is amazing and a perfect collector's car to have. Now this is where we get into the better cars that have really good customization and are even weaponized. Number 3, the Scantus bike. Just looking at this bike tells you why it's one of the best Halloween vehicles you could have. It has a skull on the front, almost a whole skeleton as the body of the motorcycle. It even has spider webs on it. This is also very fast. The acceleration is crazy because it has so much torque, this bike. It is kind of hard to control, but the speed is just really good. But that's not even the best part. Just listen to how this sounds. It sounds crazy. Yes, so that sound, probably one of the most best engine sounds in the whole game, in my opinion. Probably the best. So this costs 1.9, just under $2 million, but the customization makes it so worth that price. This bike is straight out of the Ghost Rider movies, which is iconic. The best part about this bike though is that it comes with a stock colored headlights. The best part? I think so, because before you didn't even have the option to customize the headlight at all. So this having colored headlights before any of that was a thing was massive. So this car is definitely one of the best, and I would get this if you're looking for a fast, unique motorcycle for Halloween. And I don't see anyone ever drive this bike around, even during Halloween. I don't think it's known as much as these other vehicles on this list, because this kind of came out at a weird time where not a lot of people were playing, so this bike, one of the best. Now I have to tie this in with the Shataro. This was such a hard choice between the Shataro and the Scantus. This bike has been the most fastest bike in GTA Online for almost 6 years now, only until the House Special Works Hakuchu Drag came into the game. So this is why I have to tie it in here, because it used to be the fastest and it looks so good. It is the Tron bike. You have to get this bike. As well as it's crazy to look at with all the lights, and the customization is good, to be honest. I mean, it's not much, but it's good customization. This bike is a must-have. Even if you have the Hakuchi Drag, this bike is insane. Now, number 2, the Weevil Custom. I just made a whole video about why you need this car in GTA Online. I'll link that video in the comments for you to see, but this car, it's so good. First, it has Benny's upgrade. So the first Weevil from the Kyle Preco Heist update, it was kind of boring, to be honest. No one bought it at all. but now everyone's buying it. And it has Benny's upgrade. Yes, they bought Benny's back. Finally, Benny, my boy, is back. So this car has a crazy amount of customization because it is Benny's. One of the most of any car in maybe even the last 5 years since we had new lowriders added in. This custom version adds some Halloween themed liveries and so many more customization options that you can see in the gameplay here. And you can make it all out post-apocalyptic look to this car with all the upgrades you have. You can even add spikes to the top, which is what I did. But that's not even the best thing about this. This car is one of the most fastest muscle cars in the whole game. Yes, that's right. Somehow, this car goes up to 180 miles per hour in the city, which is even more than some of the top muscle cars. I don't know how or why it does this, but this car just flies in the city, like in the gameplay you're seeing here. This comes in at only $1.5 million after the customization conversion, and on the website it's about $600,000. In Benny's it's just under $1 million to upgrade, which is really good for what this car gives you after fully upgrading it. I mean, I didn't expect a lot when first getting into this vehicle, but I'm surprised, and it might be one of my favorite vehicles now. Now, for number 1. The best Halloween vehicle in GTA Online is the Vigilante. This car isn't obvious number 1. Straight out of Batman, this car is the Batmobile. It has rockets, it has a boost, one of the fastest cars in GTA Online. The customization, the looks, this car is the ultimate Halloween car to have. This car was added in the Halloween Specials event in 2017, and it costs $2,750,000. That is huge, but this car is amazing because, well, it's the Batmobile. What else do I have to say? Before this, everyone was using the Zentorno as the Batmobile, but then this car came out. Everyone probably got it when it came out. It is the Batmobile, it has crazy looks to it. It has some of the best rockets in the game, as well as one of the best top speeds in the game with the boosts. It is very expensive, but this one is one of my most used cars just because of how fun it is. So it deserves to have the first spot on this list. So some more cars that can be added onto this list, but I didn't just because I want to stick to the Halloween themes. There are all the nightmare vehicles from the Arena War update, like the Cerberus, the Butcherist, the Emperor. The Western Rampant Rocket is actually a good one. But these are my top 5 best Halloween cars in GTA Online.